Thank you. Thank you, executive producer. Say you're welcome so the spillers can hear you. Loud enough. Hi, spillers. Mr. Wilson, are you gonna speak to the spillers?
Did you do your little sound?
I hadn't press recorded yet because I wanted to speak to our YouTubers.
What you talking about?
Okay.
I thought you had to talk to them. Now you finna
I do have to talk to them, but I'm about to press play and we just gonna get right into this thing. But I just wanted to speak to them first.
Oh, okay. Hey, fellas, YouTubers.
Okay, good job. Gotta speak to everybody. Okay. We about to hit record. Oops. I have to stop.
Why? Cause you ain't got nothing on.
Yeah, I got no idea. He leave.
Come on, you over here getting things together.
Pressure. I'm gonna have to stop it, but I just wanted to see. Okay, Mr. Wilson, can you say something for the people?
What's going on?
How you doing?
Nah.
How you doing?
Same old week, yeah.
Hello? Hello? Okay.
Did you hear me?
I did. I heard you well. I feel you good. Say something else.
I love
You said what?
you. I love you.
You gotta say it loud so the people in the back can hear.
I'm talking to the mic.
But you gotta say it so the YouTubers can hear you. I can hear you really good in the microphone, but you're not lighting up over here for me. So let me see what's going on. Hello? Hello? Now say something for me, baby.
I love
Say it again. Just say it again. What's wrong? Just say it again.
you. I love you.
I love you too, Pepe. Hello? I don't like
Made
that.
me feel like Pepe the Pew. You know what that is?
Pepe the Pig. I know who.
Not Pig. Pepe the Pew. That was a little skunk.
Pepe the Pew. How long ago was that?
Yeah, remember the little skunk?
How the hell? When was it?
You remember that skunk?
When was it?
84.
I was born in '84.
You know, I said that.
So when was it?
I don't know. It had to be in the 90s.
Now it's the 90s. I don't know who that is, but we're ready now, honey. So we're gonna get this party started, okay?
You sure?
See, YouTubers, y'all get all the real, the raw. Y'all get everything. When the podcast want to take its little time and do whatever, y'all gets it all. See, but we gotta do. YouTubers, if y'all know what I can do to make it lighter, I have a ring light and it's lighting a little bit.
Man, how's she gonna light
But
up
I want
too
it to be
dark?
lighter.
We black.
We chocolate,
Well,
but we
don't
can be
light it
lighter.
up.
Okay, so we're about to get this party started. This is a me redeeming myself, a redemption episode. So I'm just gonna say it like that. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Hey world, welcome to the Spill Podcast, your favorite podcast featuring your favorite podcast host, me, your girl, Mrs. Wilson. Hi Spillers, welcome back. Hey Mr. Wilson,
What's going on, man?
can you say hey to the Spillers?
Hey, Spillers.
Do I need to introduce you or we good?
No, we good.
Okay.
You say you better redeem.
let me say what I'm about to do. Goodness. So listen, Spillers, y'all know we normally do things decent and in order. Like Mackenzie say, I have decorum about everything that I do. However, I had to make a bonus redemption episode because I kind of misstated some things in our last episode, and so I just wanted to clear some things up, and then I wanted to, I guess, re-justify my opinion about Father's Day.
That's what you want to clear up?
So I said re-justify. That don't make sense, but whatever. I want to redeem myself because I did make some opinions or comments about statements, and I was real opinionated though about it. I was like strong with it, like nah, Jim Jones. But I'm gonna clear it up. So
not even Jim Jones. You said in my house.
Okay, so we're going to
This
get
what
there. so listen, Spillers. Thank y'all for joining me. This episode is not going to be long at all. In fact, Mr. Wilson and Mackenzie has a father-daughter date in about an hour and some change. So I wanted to kind of get him in before they leave me here by myself to be creative for episode 11. And I did want to bring this on episode 11. So I was like, well, babe, let's just do a YouTube. Let's do a bonus episode podcast and just put it out there so that this won't take up a lot of our time for my next episode. So the first thing I want to say from episode 10, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for watching the video. I think this video got more video views than the last video. I ain't really going to go into numbers, but I appreciate the increase. And I'm slowly, but surely. So I'm good with that steady slow because I know my people going to come in and they going to stay. So I'm not trying to rush anything, or I don't want people just passing by the YouTube or just clicking in or downloading the podcast without fully listening to it. So I appreciate you all's support. But if you recall from episode 10, that was the Mama's Baby, Daddy's Maybe episode. And so we had a few discrepancies on that episode. The first thing I want to clear up is I did say that, and Mr. Wilson, and I'm going to tell y'all this too. I said that when we had the little conversation about me putting my phone down and you talked about me on the phone. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The Spillers thing?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
Do they remember?
I'm sure they do. But you talked about the cell phone, and then I had told you that weekend I was actually not on social media that Friday and that Saturday purposely. But you didn't notice it because you're so used to me having my phone, right? Well, and I kind of said what we've been doing, and I said we've been binge watching Snowfall, but we were actually binge watching The Chi. And so I was like, and he knew it right then and there. He noticed that I said Snowfall because he binge watched Snowfall too. But we've been watching The Chi lately because a new series is about to come out. So we're trying to make sure, I don't have to ask him a lot of questions. That's really why I've been tuning in. But we just been trying to catch up. And so I'm like, well, if you notice that I said that, why you didn't correct me or change it? I didn't want to say nothing because we was recording. I'm like, first of all, this is a real podcast with real people and real experiences. Like at that moment, it would have been okay if you would have said, nah, baby, we weren't watching Snowfall that time. We were watching The Chi. So I do want to make the correction. We were actually watching The Chi, Spillers. The Chi is preparing for their new episode. What you laughing for? Preparing for their new season, and we're just trying to catch up on it because I think it comes out at the end of this month, before the summer when it comes out. And The Chi is pretty good and it's pretty dope. So going forward, Mr. Wilson, if we are recording and I say something that's incorrect or whatever the case may be, it is perfectly fine for you to say, nah, baby, it wasn't that. Or no, Mrs. Wilson, it wasn't that. It was this. Okay? Just I'll do it to you.
I bet you would.
So why would you show me that love?
I guess.
I'm just saying.
I thought you was talking about Snowfall.
Well, yeah, because we spent a lot of time watching Snowfall, but that particular weekend it was The Chi, so that was that.
I thought you better get to you said all that. I thought you better say something about you put your phone down. You talking about the Lord.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to make sure that the Spillers knew. Because I said
Did you put your phone down?
I said Snowfall new season was coming out, and I don't think Snowfall is coming out with a new season. It was just The Chi, and I didn't want my Spillers to be confused or be like, she just be talking. you know, I do be talking a lot sometimes, but
well, get them on the straight and narrow about that Father's Day.
at the at that moment, I accidentally said Snowfall when it's actually The Shy. So The Shy is dope, y'all. Y'all need to catch up on it because I'm sure the next season is going to be lit. Okay, the conversation that I didn't want to have. Why you over here laughing? The YouTube will see you. Okay.
Take a deep breath.
Taking my time with this, baby. Woo. This was kind of rough, Spillers. This is a challenge. I got on my big girl draws because the first step from addiction or the first step of trying to do right and do better is admitting when you're wrong, baby, and listen to me. I mean, I still don't fully agree with Jim Jones. But we're here to just to clear up some Father's Day myths. I did say that, you know, in my house, how it goes down and all of that for Father's Day. But it was a little different this year. It was a little different. So we just gonna kind of talk about.
I ain't getting no breakfast.
Hey, can we get into it? Goodness gracious, why you didn't get no breakfast, Mr. Wilson?
Man, one of my babies.
Why we didn't cook?
Why y'all didn't cook? Well, because it was on Sunday.
First of all,
when is Mother's Day?
First of all, we had
When is Mother's Day?
It's on Sunday.
Did we go to church that day?
First of all, we did.
Did we eat breakfast this morning?
And did. But first of all, I have been cooking, Spillers, all Saturday. Okay, let me first start off by Friday night. Mr. Wilson decided he wanted to wait until Friday. He wanted to do his smoked brisket. Ooh, and that brisket was lit, y'all. Ooh, it was lit. It was fine. So y'all know the briskets take a very long time. I'm talking about 12 to 16 hours if you want to smoke it so it can be juicy, tender, moist, and all of that. He waited until Friday night, about 9 o'clock at night, to smoke his brisket. And he wanted me to keep him company. Come on, get on the microphone. I need some feedback because you ain't saying nothing.
Why was I cooking for Father's Day?
Well,
What you come here to say?
I'm just saying. I mean,
So you still want me to talk? Okay.
Yeah, I just need you to kind of witness that I was outside supporting you while you smoking your brisket.
I mean, you was out there with your. What you got? The fermented water?
Fermented, thank you.
Water.
Fermented H2O. My wine. We had music. It was some dope vibes. It was dope. I loved it. I never stayed up.
Me and you out there.
It was just you and I first, and then your cousin came over, and then my cousin came over, and then some of his friends came over. So, but the vibe was dope. Like even when it was just me and you, we had a good time. We always just have fun together. But I did call my cousin Jay because I wanted to make sure it was somebody up with you because you know your wife, baby. I goes out when I'm finna go to sleep. It ain't no stopping. So this is my reason for not cooking breakfast Sunday morning, y'all. I was out all night Friday night outside. I don't think I went to bed till like after 3. I remember because it was like 3:29 when I went to use the restroom, and I think I laid down and you can't. I don't know. It was late. And I had to get up early Saturday morning, right? And I had to do greens. I had to do my greens. I'm listening. I had to do my baked beans. You know, with the baked beans, you got to add your hamburger meat, your turkey meat rather. So we had to do that. What else I do? Because I ended up doing my macaroni and cornbread Sunday morning.
Okay. So
early Sunday morning.
You said greens and baked beans, right?
Greens and baked beans.
You got 2 more eyes left on the stove.
Listen,
you still could have cooked some breakfast.
I could have cooked breakfast.
You got up and cooked. You just made all that. That was a Sunday meal you just made.
Well.
And you couldn't say what's wrong with egg and bacon?
When I woke up early Sunday morning, I had to do the macaroni and cheese. And you know, I had to cut up the cheese. I had to do a lot.
So who's the macaroni and cheese for?
Everybody else that came for Father's Day and for Juneteenth. I mean, I'm just saying. So it wasn't nothing personal. Like normally, you know, but your Father's Day is almost like every day. I mean, we don't cook breakfast during the week.
You right about that.
I mean,
On the breakfast tip, you right about that.
especially for your birthday though, Negro, and I had to be at work. I got up bright and early. I'm talking about 5 o'clock
I
cooking
thought my
breakfast.
baby did that.
You know I got up and cooked you breakfast on your birthday. Don't do me, boy. That girl was still under the covers. So anyway, so typically we do not cook breakfast during the week because everybody has to go to work and go to school. So we always do something quick, which is almost like healthy boiled eggs, and some small and simple, a coffee. But I'm not getting off the subject. I'm just saying, Father's Day. I got up. I had to do my macaroni and cheese, and I was unable to, unfortunately, at the moment, to do the breakfast with that because I had to make homemade macaroni and cheese. I had to cut up a whole big old thing of cheese. You gotta stir the noodles, and I had a bunch of noodles, so you gotta keep stirring them up. And then you already complained about me not being able to do two things at once. So what if I would have burnt your bacon? You'd have been looking.
I like my bacon burnt.
But you do like the burnt. But listen, I offered to take you out. I offered to buy you breakfast.
I didn't want you to spend no money. I want you to put some love in it. That money wasn't love.
Okay, well, so the purpose of this conversation still is Jim Jones had a point, you know.
A good point. Okay. I knew he had a point when I seen my. Now she talking about what she did for Saturday. Sunday when we got home from church, I was out there on the grill.
Baby, you were supposed to do that Saturday though. Remember you said you was gonna smoke it Saturday. You said you was gonna smoke that meat Saturday. So you decided to grill Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Cause nobody bring their meat with this.
Well, what you say you was gonna do if they didn't bring their meat?
But they brought it Sunday.
Sunday. You said before Sunday, if they don't bring their meat by Sunday, they gonna do it themselves.
I ain't mad about all that. I'm mad about
you not mad about it at all, and I'm good. But
the breakfast. Father's Day.
I tried to buy him breakfast, and then Mackenzie even felt bad. It was like, Mr. Wilson, Uncle, buy you some Starbucks. That was her excuse to get to Starbucks. So we tried Steelers, but the purpose of this episode was to say Jim Jones, he was not all the way right. He just caught me slipping this year, and I just hated it because I was like, dang. And I had just talked about, I put my husband on a pedestal, which I really do. Do I not in real life?
Girl, you almost tricked me.
See how he doing? See? Listen. I try to do my best to make sure he's good, and he doesn't want for anything, But they just called me off guard Father's Day morning because I was trying to make sure, and we had company, y'all. So let me put that out. We had a Father's Day and a Juneteenth celebration at our house. We were in the backyard with our family. We had probably over about 30 people to come, close to 30, if not 30. Everybody at least got a plate. We had a lot of people to come, and we chilled. We kicked it. We had fun. We listened to music. We ate good. It was a lot of good. It was a lot of fathers. It was my husband's first annual Father's Day dinner.
And I was the only one that smelled like smoke.
And he was. And the rest of the fathers ate good and drank good, and didn't have a lick of smoke on them. So this is the first annual. We gonna keep it up, or you good? Miss Amy, have to think about it.
I ain't gonna get no breakfast. I ain't mad.
I'll cook you breakfast going forward. I'll just be intentional. I'll be intentional about cooking. I'll make sure I cook everything Saturday. Just like I did the beans and the greens. I'll try to cook everything Saturday.
What do mothers want for Mother's Day?
Mothers just really want a day to relax, a day to get away. And I had that day. I relaxed the entire day.
As a father, because I ain't never heard no father say what he wanted.
But I haven't really, but this Mother's Day, I wasn't like all in your pocket. You remember like 3 Mother's Days ago, you bought me a Brahmin, a purse. After that, you was, last Mother's Day, you put money in the car, $200 and some in the card. I'm just saying. And so I was trying to be like that real good, humble wife this year. Baby, you ain't got to do nothing.
When the pastor said life without parole.
So also, after you got that ring, you said, I ain't got to do all this no more.
He said,
whatever.
This life without parole.
So you accepted and said, like, no, she can do it better, huh? But if I want that Brahmin and stuff, I can get it though, right?
I'm sure you can.
From you,
I'm
man. Well, I'm just saying, let's just make sure that's out there. Like I was humble this year. I was trying to be that good humble
All
mama.
I wanted for Father's Day was breakfast. You heard my ramen?
Anyway.
All I wanted was bacon. Some bacon.
Boy, you so stupid. You
talking
just-
about a little
You say
whip of the
it.
red, a little whip of the red.
Carrie, see, can't take him nowhere. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I wanted to just clear that up. I was not the best wife this year.
Nah, you the best wife.
Oh,
You
thank
wasn't the
you,
best host.
husband. Well, I know better, so I'm going to do better, and that's something that I do. I try to learn from my experiences and from my shortcomings.
But that day when we were talking about when all the mothers was in there, and I was
He
like,
told everybody,
I said, look,
y'all. I had like
who all in
seven
here-
or
who all in
8
here
of my
had breakfast
cousins.
this morning? Who all here cooked their husband breakfast? I mean, everybody raised their hand except for my wife.
Shameful, y'all. I had it was like 7 of my
And I
cousins.
told him, I ain't spur her. I ain't make her
Yeah.
seem like she cooked.
He
Nah, she
did.
ain't cooked me nothing.
He said, well, he didn't say nothing. He said, my wife didn't cook me, shh.
Yeah.
And it was like 7 of my cousins here. Y'all was so shamed. And at that moment, I really wished that we could, turn back the hands of time. Because yes, I did. Because I would have cooked you some breakfast.
Why you ain't cook it the next morning?
Nigga, we had been Who finna
Why
get
you ain't buy it? You was swap house, baby, this for the other.
But I offered to buy you some that day, and you
I
declined.
was mad.
Well, you
I
didn't.
wanted to see you in there like Mel.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna surprise you one day, and I'm just gonna be up in it, baby. You gonna be looking. Well, what this for? It's gonna be during the week. I'm gonna do it soon, cause.
Yeah, it ain't gotta be on Father's Day, cause that's a whole.
Well, clear. I was just gonna say clearly we got a long time for Father's Day again. Well, I apologize. I'm going to publicly apologize
I accept.
for not cooking you breakfast on Father's Day.
I accept that.
But I will do better going forward, even if I have to cater a breakfast.
Yeah.
And cooking ain't the problem. Let's be clear. Cooking is not the problem because I can get down. He loved my butter pancakes and my bacon and my eggs. It's just I was pressed for time. I waited to make my macaroni and cheese that morning so the cheese can settle and be good by the time we got home from church. And our company started coming in.
Miss
and
Leo, you
yes,
started
sir.
off apologizing. You was doing good.
I'm just saying that's why, cause I wanted the macaroni and cheese to be
You
right.
want to apologize now?
What else I need to apologize about that
I don't want
dang?
to apologize to that. You apologize.
No, not nothing else. That's it. That's all. That's all you getting.
Hey,
You been whatever. Anyway, that's all we want to spill is I wanted to do this just quick bonus episode to correct some things from the last episode and to publicly apologize to my husband for turning him. I always turn him up, but I turned him up on the podcast and for the world, but I didn't turn you up on Father's Day morning because I turned you up the rest of the day. Were you not turned up the rest of the day? Were you not turned up? They can't hear you. They see you, but they can't hear you.
Yeah. What you mean by turn?
The rest of the day, you were lit. You had a good Father's Day after
I
the
mean, I
no
had a good
breakfast.
Father's Day without the breakfast. It was just one I didn't get the breakfast.
See,
It wasn't no
so the breakfast would have been icing on the cake.
Yeah,
but
it
anyway.
made you feel like a father.
Wow. But you don't need that to make you feel like a father. You're an amazing
I said
father.
just that day though. You know, people saying Happy Father's Day. That's homeboy. You gonna get that from more homeboys
Right.
than females.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Receive a little something to eat.
You got dinner though.
Breakfast in bed. You know,
Breakfast
something
in
like
bed.
that.
Well,
Mhm.
I'll do better going forward, sir. Glad you accept my apology.
Yeah, anything else you want to talk about?
No, that's it. That's all. Is there anything else you want to say? Because this is just a bonus episode, so it ain't gonna be but a couple minutes. I just wanted to.
Why you do your mental? This ain't no mental check.
No, this is just a bonus episode, but we can do our mental check because
we
you
got
know
no
I don't
check.
go.
I
No,
just wanna see
no, no,
the
no, no, no,
update.
no, no,
I
no,
want to
no,
hear
no,
the update on the phone situation. That's what I
no,
want to
no,
hear.
no, no, no. What you mean the phone situation?
Because you said you was gonna work on it.
Have I been doing all right this week?
I'm gonna ask what's up with the update.
I feel like I've been doing okay. You don't think I've been doing okay?
Give it to me like David Muir give it to me. Give me the update like David Muir give it to me. Cause he ain't gonna just say that.
First of all, we own no rights to David Muir. So while he's bringing up David Muir, anyway, it's been almost 2 weeks since we recorded episode 10, where I made a commitment that I would do better with the use of my phone around my husband. And I think I have done better. I'm not perfect, but I think I've been doing all right. Mr. Wilson.
You've been doing good. I just want
Thank
you
you,
to update.
baby.
I want you to update
The
your
Steelers, okay.
You ain't told them nothing.
So see, I said I've been doing all right, and he said I've been doing good. Thank you. Well, I wasn't gonna get mad, but I just be wanting to make sure that you really realize and notice. You know what I'm saying?
Notice what?
That I've been doing all right. Cause you don't ever tell me that this is your first time telling me.
It's gonna get bigger, then you gonna feel like you can grab. Okay, I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more intentional. We are around each other every day, all day, and we love. It's a difference when you choose to be around a person. Snap. It's a difference when you choose to be around a person or you want to be around a person because you want to be around that person. And for me, I want to be around my husband. I love to be around him. I enjoy being around him, and we don't do anything, y'all. We will come home from work, be in the house at 4 o'clock, showers, baths, and in the bed at 6 and 7. Like, we Gucci. You know what I'm saying? And whether it's laughing, having a conversation, or if somebody just fall asleep, it starts snoring. As long as we are around each other, that's all that matters. And we love to be around each other.
Was you
and I
shooting the
love
shot,
that.
or was you talking about both of us when you said the snoring?
I mean, we both snore, but who fall asleep first most of the time?
Who would know if they sleep?
Ooh!
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That was a good one. Yeah. Well, I've been noticing because this Negro, baby, but he works, his environment that he works in drains him a lot, especially in the summertime. So I get it now. But I don't trip. I promise you. Now I'm going to wake up the next morning and I'm going to laugh and crack some jokes with him and tell him about the hogs he was calling and how he fell asleep at 8:30. But just the fact that we're in each other's presence, he's right there, I'm right there. Man, I love it. First of all, it's too hot for the foolishness. It's too hot to be ripping and running, being foolish. For two, for one, for two, for three, for four. It's just too hot. And I just love being around you. So, you know.
Well, I'm glad you love being around me.
Yeah.
I'm glad you ain't got to go out.
Yeah, don't be trying to skip out on no date night, Negro. You're taking Mackenzie out tonight. You need to be planning something for us.
Mackenzie's taking me
Well,
out.
Mackenzie's taking you out tonight. That is her treat to you.
Yeah,
So you need to take me somewhere
It'll
soon.
be you next.
Okay. No, you taking me somewhere.
And then I take you. And then I take Matt. It's all over again.
I was just, okay, well,
It's all over.
I can dig it. I ain't tripping. You know, I'm not tripping at all. Well, Spillers, it was nice. It was fun. It was funny. I got that off of my chest. I'm Gucci.
It's been eating you up, huh?
It wasn't eat me up, eat me up.
Well, you didn't say nothing to me about doing it.
Right, I literally, y'all.
Every time I come around, you listen.
He came in today from work. He had a quick doctor's appointment. He was like, I'm leaving. I'll be right back. I said, yeah, because we need to do a little video, a little podcast real quick. He like, for what? I just didn't do that. You know, I said it real fast to try to make him, you know, but when he came in, I said, well, I just want to kind of, you know, make some corrections from the last episode. So, I mean, that's just what I got to do. I got to do what I got to do.
You did?
I did it. Okay. Well, Spillers, I don't have like my motivation like I normally do because it's coming on the next episode, but I will encourage you the best way that I can really quickly off the dome. And that's just to say, when you're wrong, you're wrong. You know, admit you're wrong, apologize for your wrong, ask for forgiveness. You have no control on whether the other person or the other party receives it or not, but as long as you do your part, you know, put pride aside and do the right thing, then you'll get what's for you and you'll have the ultimate blessing, which is peace. Okay?
Well, you knew you were already forgiven anyway.
Well, I absolutely know that. I'm not worried about that, but I did want to publicly put it out there for my Spillers. Okay? So, and this is a, you know, for families, for marriages, for couples, You know what I'm saying? To know that it's okay to, and when we had this dialogue about the breakfast, it was no, I want to put that out there too. It was no hard feelings. He never said it in a way that diminished my character as a wife or negated the fact that I was a good wife to him or he still loved me. He did it jokingly. And it was hilarious. Look at him, y'all. It was hilarious, and it was something that I didn't do, and I couldn't do nothing but laugh about it because it was like, dang, you are the only one that didn't do it. But he didn't do it in a way that
but what they say when I walked out? What they say to you?
Yeah, let it No, Brenda did say, Toya, you didn't cook, but I cooked for Carnell. You should. So I was like, girl, tell about that. Anyway, so yeah, so it was the conversation was out of love, but I did want to bring it back to the table for a second. It look at him.
Eating up. I'm telling you, he was eating up.
Because Jim Jones went in, and when I went back and listened to it, I was like, oh my God, he was telling the truth. Other than that, it's... And then you was cracking jokes the whole time. I was going in. I'm at the barbecue, and she got a picture with... TD Jakes, y'all know that picture was...
Look at you and TD Jakes.
It's a meme. Yeah. It's a meme out there still is with TD Jakes sweating. He's chocolate and bald headed. He's sweating bullets. And it says, how the husbands look on Father's Day when they got to get on the grill anyway. Listen, when I say I laughed so hard because they had, it literally was some memes around Mother's Day that showed the fathers grilling for the mamas, shrimp boils, seafood fest. Right. And then for Father's Day, had a hamburger and fries.
That's how they did this year.
No, it wouldn't. We would have did something.
Yeah, hot dog.
Anyway, we had an amazing Father's Day in Juneteenth. And then I wanted to say that too. Shout out to everybody around the world that celebrated Juneteenth. That was dope. Arkansas had a lot of Juneteenth activities going on, which was super dope. The Juneteenth situation at the Interstate Park was super dope. They had fireworks at the end. That was dope by the Juneteenth Arkansas Festival Committee. That was super dope. And the Mosaic Templars, Wright Avenue. It was dope. So, and then David Muir showed some Juneteenth people. I had to bring in David Muir. So, shout out to everybody that celebrate Juneteenth that are raising their children to celebrate this honorable, amazing holiday that celebrates the last Black slaves in America, in the South, to find out about their freedom over 2 years after all slaves were freed. And that just put an end into slavery. So, shout out to the country, the people, the cities that put on for our culture. It was dope. And it's amazing to see kids being raised knowing what Juneteenth is. Because I was raised going to Juneteenth stuff. Remember I told you that story when I went to your grandma's house? When I was like 13, Ray J came to Juneteenth in Little Rock Central High School. And I went to my husband's, he was my brother's best friend / neighborhood kid then. But I went to his grandmother's house after Juneteenth, and we just stayed and laughed with his cousins, his first cousins. But we stayed over there, laughed, and did all of that stuff. And I did all of that growing up, but for a long time it was like Juneteenth just kind of went away, like nobody celebrated it in Little Rock.
Well, you need to teach May what the fuck, cause she gonna say the other day talking about we celebrating Juneteenth for me, cause Juneteenth. I said, I thought that was for the people.
Right. She a mess, baby.
Yeah,
she thinks she all thing Queen's Black. Like every Black holiday, Black History Month is for her, Juneteenth is for her, and I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, she knows what Juneteenth really is. I just appreciate the fact that she acknowledges it. Yeah. And maybe when she's grown and adult and independent and we're not behind her, it's a tradition that she raises her family with. I know I plan on doing it when she get a husband and grandchildren and stuff. We're going to have like big time Juneteenth celebrations. Like this year was dope. So shout out to the world for that. But that's it. We're not going to keep y'all long because y'all know our new episode coming up. And it's going to be lit. It's about pride, love wins. We said what we said. It is what it is. And ain't nothing nobody can do with that. Okay? Thank you all for tuning in. Look at me. I love y'all, Spillers. And I'll see y'all in a minute, because y'all about to get this new episode real quick. Mr. Wilson, can you say bye to the Spillers? Because you're not going to be on the next episode.
All right, Spillers.
You feel like you don't care about not being on the next episode. What they do that? Okay. All right. Until next time. See y'all. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh.
Look at him. Y'all hear his bones calculating.
And
The seat a little wet.
Yeah, stuck all to me.
Tell his feelings bad.
Nah, you tell him bye.